So, it's been about almost a week since we've got the official news that Godzilla indeed is going to be in Ikoria, but not only that, most of the cards are altered versions of cards that are already in the set. So that is easier for some to swallow, but some not so much. And of course the reactions are going to be varied, but most of the responses that I've actually seen originally were pretty positive, but if you actually go on Reddit where they officially announced it, on the biggest Magic the Gathering subreddit, the highest upvoted comments were all very positive, but if you kind of keep going down, you can see a gigantic group of people who really did not like this, so we're going to read some of their comments and posts. It's the worst. I was excited about Ikoria, but now I'm totally off from it. I hate them in this crappy garbage they did with this set. There are lots of good and intriguing cards, but all of these alternate art and silly things are terrible. I was 100% on board with them until I saw that there was no Magic-related version of the buy box promo. That just feels wrong. There's going to be a period of Godzilla Standard. Remember, this is Standard legal. If you don't like the idea of playing against it, too bad, because lots of people will want to play this. This upsets me too. Jump the Shark, X1U, instant. Create an XX Shark creature token. Put a flying counter on target non-shark creature. I get what you're trying to say. You're trying to say that Wizards of the Coast jumped the shark with Godzilla? I know I'm probably a vocal minority on this, but I was barely okay with them in Silver Border. But as I'm not a fan of Silver Border in general, I accepted them as not for me. Having said that, I'm personally very against them in Black Border. I don't really care about what IP it is, or how closely it theoretically fits the theme of the set. The fact that they aren't a part of Magic's IP kind of ruins my suspension of disbelief. My concern would be that it goes overboard. If suddenly every set had a tie-in, then Magic has no identity of its own. It happens really occasionally, small doses of every set, 3 to 5 years or something, it wouldn't be a problem. But if we go from G.I. Joe set to Marvel set to Twilight set to Harry Potter set to Star Trek set to insert what company wants to pay for a tie-in set, it's going to get really jarring. And this is actually an interesting argument because this is one of the things that I kind of thought about because I know they had like the specific Comic-Con sets like the My Little Pony and the Transformer ones that you could get specifically went to Comic-Con, which would make sense because the Comic-Con is more just a very broad brush of just fandom in general nowadays. So you kind of want to tie certain things in to get people into Magic. That's kind of like a good gateway product for people who get into the game. But to see this being an actual set, you know, like where there's alternate arts, but also the buy a box promo happens to be Godzilla, which means that Godzilla is an actual standard legal card. It kind of feels bizarre. I don't play too much standard. I play mostly modern, but I can kind of see where there'd be a bit of like disgust and potentially uneasy feelings that people might have. I hate it. Magic is its own thing, and these cards pull me straight out of Magic back into my own reality. The fact there's an effing jet plane in the art of Godzilla is infuriating me. I don't know, it's interesting. As much as I dislike it, there is certain companies and franchises I would love to see like kind of cooperate with Magic the Gathering cards in the future, but Godzilla just wasn't one of those cards. I know it makes sense in terms of where we're going, like Ikoria, Land of Behemoths. Of course, Godzilla and the monsters he fights are behemoths, to say the least, but I don't know, you know, if they do a space set soon, right? Why not bring in Star Wars, Star Trek or something, right? You know, it's just, I get it. I get where people's frustrations lie. I just want to know what you think. What do you guys think? Do you think that this was a step too far, or do you think this is a step in the right direction? Or are you just completely okay with it and you just love playing the game regardless and you like collecting the cards? Let me know. Anyways, we'll see you in the next video. All right.